So this is the subject for today. Is we talk about thrillers, fillers, and spillers. We're going to be talking about the spillers, the trailing over, and we've got a lot here. This is not a comprehensive list. This is just a little spattering, and as we're pulling these, we're like, oh, what about this? Oh, what about this? Like, oh, we're gonna have to do another video.
Yeah, there's so many of them. But I want to show you, when you're looking at different vines or flowers that spill over, be careful what you're thinking, because look at how big this potato vine got.
So that's the Ipomoea, the
Isn't
potato
that crazy?
vine.
And all of this will fill in a lot more. You can see the Goldilocks in here. They have the, what is this one? Midnight Sun?
The Lysimachia, the two different colors of Lysimachia, the dark and the kind of like that lime green.
And then you have the tricolored.
It's more of a kind of a bushing out but trailing.
This is the tricolored
Potato vine, the
and
dark.
Then the dark
and
one,
there's a couple different
black,
there's a couple
black.
different leaf shapes, especially in the dark. There's the black heart. It's like a heart shaped. There's a lot. We're gonna start with potato vine because there's so much variety just with potato vine.
There is. Not all potato vine is created equal.
Yeah. Do you want to show? Okay. So look at the difference between. Okay, this is the Marguerite, the Marguerite series, and we talked about this, how long this gets. This will get, we've seen it 6-7 feet long, that we've done up some hanging baskets for ourselves, and we just have to keep pushing this up higher and higher because it kept coming down.
And you can trim it.
Yeah,
you can cut it. But this
take a
is
look at
also a potato vine. Do you see it in this container? And I have this one hanging off the side. I'm not even using it as going over. It's more compact. It's only gonna get
kind of bushes out
10 to 16 inches.
And that is the Proven Winners series. Do you remember what
Sweet Carolina, I believe.
Okay, so so there's a lot of variety just in potato vine, or Ipomoea is the real name for it. But be careful of when you're at your local garden center picking those out. Read the tags. What does it do?
Is it high vigor? Is it low vigor? That means how fast does it grow? How long does it get? Because you get something like the Marguerite, and that one will take over if you have any like little bedding plants in it. It'll just wipe them out.
Yeah, it will. So, all right. So moving on, we are going to go to the Silver Falls. This is
I love this one.
more of like a delicate, but it's quite vigorous still.
It will get long. We're gonna do some for our front porch in this.
Okay.
I absolutely love this one.
It looks like a trailing Dusty Miller,
It does.
But nice, delicate. The actual name is Dichondra, and this is okay. So on the tag, I was just looking to see what the requirements are. It says full sun. I don't know that that's necessarily true because I've seen this on porches. So I've seen this do very well on a much shadier area. So I don't necessarily agree with that it has to be full sun.
Maybe because it does well the best in the full sun.
Yeah.
But it will perform nicely in that little bit shadier area too.
You ever see those little planters that like a face or whatever? You plant one of these in there as like hair. So anyway, okay, so that's Dichondra. This series is Silver Falls. Okay, moving on.
This is also a potato vine.
Yeah, and I don't know what the real name, like I hate to call this potato vine because this to me is potato vine. So this is
But it is.
So when people say potato vine,
and you can see it's much smaller leaves.
this gets a white flower on it. I think it gets a little white flower. It hasn't done anything yet. But it's just a nice, delicate, vining spiller.
And then you have your good old standard. This is called Wojo, but it's the Vinca Vine.
Yeah, so there's Vinca Vine, standard trailing vine. We have two different types. Actually, the Vinca Vine is the regular variegated leaf. The Vinca Vine is all gone. This Wojo's Gem is the only one that we have left. We found so many people are going with this one. I think it's just brighter and more colorful than the standard Vinca Vine. So that's what
you can see that color difference a lot more.
the regular Vinca Vine is it's just a little bit, I don't want to say bland, like it's not fun, but this is more popular, I would say.
Yes.
Okay.
It has become more popular.
All right. So moving on to
Another Lysimachia.
Lysimachia, totally different than we have several different types. This is the sunburst. So the leaves on this series, as we're going to show you,
I love that.
the leaves are way bigger than the regular Lysimachia. There's the dark. Where's the green? You have the green.
Have the green one.
Okay.
It's
So
in here.
yeah, on that side.
Here.
So there's a lot of different variations in Lysimachia. You can see the size difference in the leaves. So the sunburst, that is the Goldilocks. This is the midnight sun. So this was new for us this year. Again, on a porch, even in shade, this is done awesome.
And this gets little yellow flowers on it.
So,
Then
okay.
you have something way more aggressive.
Yeah.
Way more aggressive.
This, yeah, it's very popular. This is licorice, so this is a licorice plant. It's just the foliage. It's more kind of trailing but bushing out. This can take over, but our customers love this because the deer don't like it. So this is definitely a deer-resistant spiller. But man, does it drink! Wow. It is so hard, especially in the greenhouse as the days have been getting a lot warmer. I'm watering this like 3 times a day because they're just outgrowing these 4-inch
Make
plants.
sure you have a big planter if you're going to use this.
This goes in a
But again,
container
it
with a
has
lot of
like
soil.
almost that like Dusty Miller type feel to it.
Velvety, yeah. And apparently the deer don't like. Maybe they don't like the touch of it.
I have no idea.
I don't know. So that is a look at a couple of our trailing. We have some flowering.
Yes, because
we
you
wanna talk
can't.
about.
When you're talking about something that spills over the side of the container, you're not always just with the vines that are the greenery.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you can use something like the Bacopa, and look at how long that is. That's a really nice long trailer that you can put on the side.
This is the double Bacopa, so the
will
flower's a
all
little
bloom-
different.
This will all bloom out into white flowers. But what a beautiful little spiller that comes out and over the side.
Mm-hmm.
Or, can you lift this guy up?
Sure.
You can see we have the potato vine over here, and that's going to stay more mounded. And then turn it around. Look at that. You have the beautiful, this is the indigo super petunia, mini super petunia. And look at how long that's getting already. And that's going to be that spiller coming out over the side, bringing that color down through the container.
Yeah.
When you're also, this one here
Torenia.
by me. This is a trailing one.
So this is Torenia. Has that tubular flower. Of course, the hummingbirds love the Torenia. So another pretty. This has several different colors. This is just the purple one.
Large violet.
I was trying to look for that. So this is not a full sun plant. So this does need to go more in that partial. If you have that partial sun, partial shade. So this is Torenia.
But when you're trying to find, you talk about something tall, something that fills out your planter, something that will spill down the front. You have to remember what size is your container. Is it a tall container or is it really short and kind of stout like this?
Yeah.
And if so, you might not want something like a big potato vine coming off the side. So you need to look at it and say, do
What's
I want
appropriate?
that or do I not want that? Or maybe it has a design on the container.
Mhm.
You wouldn't want to cover that up. If it's a nice big container, maybe you want something like the licorice plant that
can
just kind of
fill it
goes
in and
crazy, that just fills it in and really
Takes up that
cascades
space.
over.
Yeah. So there's aggressive, meaning vigorous growing, and then there's going to be much more dainty, like this potato vine or the Silver Falls, the Dichondra. This gets nice and thick, but it's not going to be overly aggressive, say like the licorice.
Right. I did up a wired truck for a customer, and it was a really cute red truck that it was all wires. There was no like real solid pieces of metal on it. And I ended up using wire vine, and it was a very airy. She wanted something that spilled out the front. It was very airy. It allowed you to see behind it, but still give that kind of movement and flow of it. And so I would have never suggested something like a potato vine or licorice or even this Lysimachia, because it would have covered up that truck and you wouldn't have known it was a truck.
Right.
So really you have to, there's pros and cons to having really thick, full foliage. And
that's one of those things that when you walk into your local greenhouse is finding someone that knows what they're talking about, so that you can point into like, hey, I'm looking for this, and these are my goals, these are my objectives, this is what the look that I would like. Hopefully you can have some competent greenhouse people that like can take you by the hand and say, use this, don't use that.
I love doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and we do have great people for that in our greenhouse that that you're actively planting. You've used stuff in the past years. You know what it turns out and how so you can point that customer into like, hey, here's what I'd like to accomplish.
Right.
One other trailing flower I want to just briefly talk on, lophos.
Yes.
You planted up some lophos in different like petunia baskets, and the lophos trailing straight down. That's another fantastic spiller.
Lophos is a slower growing plant.
Takes
so
a while.
Even like when you look at this darker Lysimachia in here is going to get thick, but I need to maybe give it some room initially to grow, because that potato vine is kind of trying to take over, so you might have to encourage it until it gets thicker.
Yeah.
And the same thing with the lophos. It kind of gets lost for a little while because
once it can get it can poke through, and then it'll start going down.
Right.
But the lophos is fantastic. Another hummingbird favorite. The hummingbirds absolutely love that.
Yep.
So, all right. So that is a look at some of the spillers. So we want to highlight one of our new Beat Your Neighbor Fertilizer retailers, and that is Whippledale Farm Greenhouse in Bedford, Virginia.
Yay.
So yay, representing Virginia there.
Love it.
Whippledale Farm Greenhouse in Bedford, Virginia. They are carrying our Beat Your Neighbor Fertilizer in their greenhouse.
So if you are near that area, please go stop in and tell them we said hi. If you're not, go on our beatyourneighbor.com. There is a locator retailer map. You can press that, see who's near you, and if there's not, you need to go bug your greenhouses to carry us.
Yeah.
If you don't have one near you and you'd like to have it shipped to you, we can ship it to 48 states.
Currently, yeah.
So that is currently where we're at. Sorry, not Canada.
Yeah, we a lot of Canadians watch us, but I'm sorry, we cannot ship internationally. But yeah, I just want to show this again. These are so pretty. These might go on our own house, but just proves the point that you can do a hanging basket with no flowers. Because this whole hanging basket of spillers,
it is
absolutely gorgeous, and just almost like it tells a story with the contrasting between the different series, and look at how beautiful that is. So you absolutely can do up a hanging basket, a container, whatever, just with spillers.
And can I say, people get hung up that they can only have one thing coming out of their container.
Yeah, that's true.
It's okay. If you like two different things, put them in. They can have two different spillers coming out of it.
Yeah.
You're not limited.
We're going to stretch you a little bit. Look how it turns out. I mean, gorgeous.
Yes.
So, all right. Off to work. All right, thanks for joining us.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.